Well, good morning. I'm stuck behind some sort of Helene recovery effort. We're still cleaning up the landslides up here. But we received news that the Blue Ridge Parkway is now open all the way to Mount Mitchell State Park, which means that I can reach Craggy Pinnacle. There's a very famous tree that I've photographed before on the way to Craggy Pinnacle, and I've received questions on Instagram and YouTube about whether or not that tree is still there, and I don't know the answer to that. I'm sure someone else does. Somebody more athletic than I has probably hiked up there, just walked up the parkway to find out, or just to look around. But I don't know the answer, so I'm gonna find out. Today is the first day with good light that the parkway has been open. I was waiting for a day that I could go up when it wouldn't be bright and sunny. We'd get some fog in here. So that's what we're doing on the way up. Oh, shouldn't have said that. Now we got the sun out. So as you can see, the damage to the trees up here is pretty comprehensive. I hadn't really processed that this might be a grieving tour, but I guess I should have been prepared for that. So I'm not a meteorologist or a geologist, so don't quote me on any of this, but my understanding is that Helene basically just sat over top of where we are right now. From Asheville, the parkway runs northeast, and to your right, as you're driving up, oh Lord, I'm behind a van. Well, this is less than ideal. Mount Mitchell is the highest peak in the Black Mountain Range, and from Asheville, the parkway runs northeast, kind of perpendicular to the Blacks. So as you're driving up the parkway, that means the Swannanoa Valley is off to your right, and Yancey County is off to your left. And of course, those were the two areas that flooded the most. Well, I'm a little more hopeful than I thought I would be at this point. There seems to be a lot less damage at the higher elevations. I don't know, that seems strange. And just in general, things seem better than I was afraid they would be. Buncombe County lost 40% of its trees. And I've definitely seen places where it looks that way. And there are places, you can look at satellite images of forests and it looks like you spilled a box of matches on the floor. So this is the life of a photographer. I looked at the weather. We had 90% cloud cover predicted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, I had to work Tuesday morning, so that leaves Monday and Wednesday. And at 10 o'clock Monday morning, there was still 100% sunlight. And then at 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning, it was still foggy and drippy and dreary. And then when I walked out my door with all my gear, the sun came out. So today we're going to be hoping for this. We're going to be hoping for these patches of fog to come over the mountain and make things look decent. All right, well, here's the tree, and it looks fine. Unfortunately, with this light, it's really not even worth getting the cameras out of the bag. Good thing I brought 5 of them. I learned a long time ago that on a day like this, it's best just to keep the cameras in the bag unless you see something truly arresting. In photography, we're always talking about taking a shot versus making a shot. On a day like this, if you have to make the shot, it's not worth it. The whole point of what I'm doing out here is to capture the things that present themselves. If I have to work to make a good photo, I've already lost. And my ears are cold. This was the spot of my worst ever ankle sprain, right here. So yeah, I'm pretty encouraged that I'm not seeing more damage to these trees. This is great. I mean, these trees have evolved and developed to survive high winds. I was up here on this trail during Tropical Storm Matthew, Nicholas, Dasher, Dancer, Donner, Blitzen. I'll put the correct name up on the screen, but I was up here and I was just amazed watching these trees bend over in the wind. Well, since I'm not stopping to shoot any photos, I had time to come to the Craggy Gardens Trail as well. This is a place where I have photographed a ton of trees, and they all so far look good, but when I was on the top of the pinnacle, I did notice a lot of landslide scarring on the face of the mountain, so I guess we'll see. Okay, now this is definitely different. Something's missing here. Last time I was here, this tree was for sure intact. I've got a good photo of that knot hole there. I don't know if this came down in the storm, but it certainly came down at some point. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna guess that's storm damage. That's too bad. The picnic area is closed, and this trail has definitely not seen a lot of maintenance or traffic in a while. And there's another couple of trees down. All right, and here's the picnic area, which is definitely still closed. So I guess this is what a trail looks like when no one's been on it for a year. So yeah, definitely more tree damage over here than on the Craggy Pinnacle Trail, probably just because there's more trees, honestly. But all in all, I think it fared pretty well. And not to be selfish about it, but most of my favorites are still here. Thanks for coming with me. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.